Hi, my name is Lisa and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to swatch every foundation that I have on my face and also on my chest so that I can see which shade matches me the best that I own. And some foundations I own several shades of, so that will be pretty exciting to see. Also, I just want to say that my forehead is a little bit darker than the rest of my face, so usually because I want my face to be a little bit darker than it actually is, like the color, I usually match my shade to the color of my forehead, which means that like the rest of my face kind of like is lighter than the actual shade it is, and also my neck and chest is so much lighter than the rest of my face, which is like normal for people, and so it's gonna look very different on like the chest. I don't think I'll change my shade anyways, because usually when the color doesn't match my chest, I just put like a lot of bronzer on it. Okay, so I have all the foundation that I own. This is the Visay CC Watery Foundation. It's in the shade OC410 and it's pretty watery. I just reused this yesterday to see how it like works, because I used to use, this was like I think my first foundation, I don't know, but it's pretty old. I haven't used it in a while, and I thought because I used to like want really matte foundations, but then now that I'm more into like the watery based or like light coverage, I was like, oh, maybe I might like this more now. Turns out I probably don't. I'm just gonna put it here, I think. So that's the first swatch, that's the Visay one. I think I'm gonna go from right to left. That's like the shade of my chest. That's like an exact shade match. Up here it's too light, but then here it's like matching. I'm gonna go with the two L'Oreal Infallible Stay Fresh foundations. I have two colors. I have the 125 and the 200, and neither of them are my shades. This is too light and this is also too light. That was when I overestimated my lightness. So, and also I think I got more tan, probably, but I'm gonna go with the lighter one first. I used to use this so much because it was like recommended everywhere. That's like yellow. See, the Visay one is peachy toned. Oh my god, I feel like that's my exact match for my chest. And up here it's too light and too yellow, but then my chest, it like matches perfectly. Who knew? What if I want to like cover up a scar on my chest? I might use this. Probably not gonna keep it though. I'm gonna go in with the darker shade, the 200. And also, just want to say this has SPF 20, and I've used this a lot. It's like really dirty now. Yep, that's definitely more my match, I think. I don't know. I'm opting for more like light coverage, because then even if the shade doesn't match like 100%, you can still use it. I think this one's like the right match for my chest, which means this isn't right. My face is not olive toned, is what I got from this, because this is very olive toned. So I don't know how I was using this for so long. Next, we're gonna go with the Maybelline Dream Whip Smooth. This is when I wanted the light coverage kind of thing, and people were like, oh, the whipped one is good, but then I don't think it's this whipped one, it's another whipped one, and it's weird because we don't have the same like products in Japan, so I can't get the exact right one. Also, for this you need to use a lot of product to get like a small kind of coverage, so I really would not recommend it. Oh, this is like neutral. Yeah, this is like my skin tone, but it's too light. Oh, I also forgot to say this is OC2. but this is too light for me, but the undertone I think is like perfect. Yeah, so I am a neutral undertone. Oh wait, this is actually matching. No, it's too light, but the undertone's matching. Yeah, I am a neutral. Next we're gonna go with the Revlon Full Cover Foundation. Matte in 210 Santa Beige. I bought this because it was like full coverage, and that is what I that is what I wanted, because I was watching like top beauty influencers and everyone had that like perfect face, and I didn't realize it was like studio lights and filters. And so I was one of those like young ones who was brainwashed to think that foundation could do that to your face. That's actually not bad. Because it's darker, it's like matching me more. Yeah. See, I still don't know my undertone. I still think it's neutral. This one's the least amount of coverage, just looking at this, and yeah, I can see how this is the most coverage. I might try this again. Now that I know that full coverage means cakey, and not like smooth, I might find appreciation for this product. I think I'm gonna go with my Wet n Wild Photo Focused Foundation. It's in the shade Golden Beige. When I bought this, I was like, fuck, this is too dark. But now, I don't know. It might be because it's lighter than the other foundations I have. Oh, this is not sanitary at all. Oh yeah, that's definitely more watery, even though this is like matte. Everything else here is like peachy undertones or olive/yellow undertones, and this is like warm undertone. So I think I suit the warm undertone better, but I'm still a neutral, so if I add this shade in a neutral undertone, I feel like that would be perfect. Next, I'm gonna go into my Super BB, the Maybelline BB cream in 02 medium. I use this all the time. I'm trying to finish it up right now, but this is like my favorite, not my favorite, but this is, oh, that's too much product. But this is what I use every day, essentially, and I don't even know if it's good. That's like a similar color to the Wet n Wild one, but then the Wet n Wild one is more warm, while this one is more olive toned, I think. But I just want to find a neutral. Okay, next I'm gonna tackle my Maybelline Fit Me products. Don't ask why I have so many. I have 3 matte and poreless foundations. This is actually not all of the ones that I bought. I actually bought another one that was lighter, but I gave that away to a friend because she has pink undertones and I thought that one would fit her more. But I still have 3 of these, and I usually use the 128 Warm Nude if I want to use this, but I recently don't use this foundation anymore because it's matte and I want dewy. So I'm gonna go all 3 of them here, I think, to compare them side by side. I'm gonna go with 120 Classic Ivory first. It's the lightest one. I mean, it's not that different of a shade to the other ones above it. And I think this is like a neutral undertone. So the undertone's like perfect for me. It's just, if it was darker, I would have loved it more. Or maybe not. Maybe this is like the perfect shade and I'm just like dumb. Or just want to believe that I'm more tan than I actually am. Oh, that's light. That's light. Why does that look different? Like, this looks so light. Oh, it's probably because it's not on the forehead. It's probably so much lighter than these colors, but then because it's on my cheeks, it looks dark. See, I told you. I fucking told you. I mean, look at this. Look at this. It's the same as this, which is like there. These 2 colors are the exact same shade. Not even joking, okay? Now I'm gonna go into my 128 Warm Nude, which is the color that I always use, so hopefully This looks like it matches. So I think the undertone of this suits me more, but then the color of this is dark enough. See, it looks like it's the darkest. Let's see if it actually is the darkest. Which I'm guessing it's not. The Wet n Wild one is much darker. See, it's like in the middle. But then here it looks like it's the darkest. Science. Next, I will go into 220 Natural Beige. It's the darkest Fit Me Matte that I have. I don't even know why I bought this one. See, I don't even know why I bought 4 shades of the Fit Me Matte. I'm just wasting my money on trying to find my shade. Yeah, I like this. This undertone is good for me. I think this is like a yellow undertone, so like a cool undertone. And this one's like an olive undertone. That's what it is. It definitely looks like the darkest, but let's see if it actually is the darkest. See, that's not the darkest. I mean, these two aren't that different. These two are like so much darker. It looks like the darkest on the face. And it looks like it's similar to this, but then this is darker, so I don't know. And then finally for the Fit Me, I have the Fit Me Dewy and Smooth, the Warm Nude 128, which I use this constantly right now. I love dewy foundations. It's like medium coverage. But then the thing is, this 128 Warm Nude is the same shade as this one, but it's still very different. Like the color is very different, and I'm really confused why. Maybe it's because it's dewy, but then that doesn't make sense. Is it like it settles to a darker color? See, this is so much more, it's warmer. It's warmer than this. See, this is like, oh, this is supposed to be warm nude. It's supposed to have a warm undertone. But that's like so much more warmer than this. Oh wait, that's actually pretty. The bottles are really different. Yeah, can you see this? I think like it's a slight difference, but it's pretty different. Like the color, this one's lighter, and I also think that the dewy one it has a much more warmer undertone to it, I think. Even though it looks pretty close on the chest, it still has a different coloring, and I don't know why. Maybe that's something that usually happens when working with different kinds of formulas. But then I feel like that when the shade name and number is the exact same, the color should be the exact same. Because the reason why I bought this one is because I was like, oh, 128 is my color, but then I bought the 128 Warm Nude for dewy, and then it's kind of, it's not too dark for me, but it's definitely darker than the matte, and I was like, oh. So next I'm gonna go with the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. This is really new to me. This is not a foundation. Because I'm including my like BB creams, why not include this as well? So I think this is like a pretty good match for me, like shade wise. So I kind of want to like compare it to others. Oh my god, I fucking hate the application of this. The what's this called? I forgot. This thing doesn't take up that much product, so I have to dip it in like 3 or 4 times every time I apply it to like get product out. I think this is like a pretty good match. Oh yeah, I forgot to say this is for 04 medium. I don't know, am I wrong? Am I just like dumb? But I feel like this is like a good match. Okay, maybe not to my cheeks, but to my forehead, it's a pretty good match, I would say. Why am I wasting product? Don't waste Charlotte Tilbury product, Lisa. Why is this matching my chest more than my face? Is my face lighter than I thought it was? I think it's because I have redness right now because of acne. And finally, this is also another new product, the Becca Skin Love Weightless Blur Foundation. Foundation, and this is in the color Driftwood. These two are the exact same. They have this one has more product in it than the Hollywood Flawless Filter. That's so weird. It's because like the packaging makes it look like there's more. They're cheapening it, kind of. shook about that. For this, I chose the option of like the light to medium with neutral undertones one, which is why I think it should match me pretty nicely. I think this matches my other warm nude shades from Maybelline, which are the ones that I use a lot of, so that makes sense. So this is the final swatches of my foundation. Can you please let me know which like shades actually match my face the most? Because most times I'm not really good with shade matching myself. Like, I don't know which one's the best match right now just looking at it, especially because I have redness and that kind of takes away from the undertone that I have. But because I have like purple and green and blue veins, that's why I think I'm neutral. I think I'm a neutral undertone. They're all pretty in the same range except for this one. Oh, it's the infallible one. I might just blend this all together. Why not? Why not just, oh, no, that's already dry. My forehead is very matte because I put a lot of the matte foundations on there. Also, just want to say that I usually don't use like sheets makeup removers anymore because I think they're not really environmentally friendly. Like, you produce so much waste, but for this, like for video purposes, I might use them a lot, like for swatching and stuff like that, especially because I can't just like wash it off my chest. But usually I do use a cleansing balm to take off my makeup and not wipes. This side looks amazing for some reason. I think it's the Hollywood Flawless Filter and the Becca Skin Love together. This part looks horrendous. And when I say horrendous, I mean horrendous. And then this side is kind of a mix of everything. Everything is dewy on this side, which is why I like it. Then I have the BB cream here. And this side is all matte. I have the Wet n Wild and I have the Fit Me Mattes over here. And here are the products that I don't use anymore. Anyways, this is a very weird video. I don't know. I just had this idea. And also I wanted to test out what shade I am actually, because I actually do have a difficult time trying to find my actual shade, especially when you're shopping online. Like, you don't know what you are. Like, even as if it says like light medium, are you light medium? What is light medium? Thank you for watching, and I would really appreciate it if you actually told me down below which foundation you think matched my face the most. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.